I want to start this lecture with a look at a picture from New York City, and I want you to identify in here the various buildings that are in front of you right now. You have corporate buildings, you have residential buildings. I also want you to look for the New York City yellow taxis. Actually, there's quite a few places you can see them, and if you keep looking at this photo, you find more and more. But I want to show you this picture because I really want to use New York City as an example of how you answer the three basic economic questions. Now, the first one asks, what are we going to produce? How do we determine that? You have to think that when you go outside of your house in the morning and you see all these goods and services that have been produced, they didn't just make themselves. Somebody decided to produce them. And who and how, right? This is a very kind of deep question about the economic world you live in. Look around, and many of you are going to be in different countries, and so your answer will be different. Actually, it'd be very interesting to hear below where you're from. So leave a comment and let me know. What do you see when you go out and start your day? Second thing is, how will it be produced? Do we have the capital ready to do this with a capital-intensive approach using a lot of equipment? Or do we need to use more manual methods, hiring people to do this stuff with their hands? And the last question is, for whom will it be produced? And we need to think about who the final consumer is going to be and how do we determine that consumer? When we make something, we don't just make it for a general audience or a broad consumer base. We focus on who we want to buy it. And then how do we determine that? So there's a lot of questions going on behind the scenes in every economic system. And these are three key questions you should be able to address, or you will learn how to address after you've studied economics a little bit further. So we'll move on to some information in the next video, but I really want you to keep these questions in your mind as we progress.